Actually, I opened it from my
Okay, we
mobile.
are online now. We are online. Just check what's going on. Namaskar and a very good evening to all. I'm Pranaame Bhagawati and I welcome you all to the very first episode of Friday at 9 with Pranaame Bhagawati. Um, Life of an artist is beyond just performance, and there's so much to explore, learn, and get inspired from. And that's the reason why Amrapali magazine have initiated this brand new series of talk shows or of like interaction conversation with artists worldwide. And to let the upcoming artists understand that beyond all the rough path is a beautiful curation that makes us happy, let us to understand what pain is, and also let us know what creativity is. So the interactions, conversations, and interviews that keeps happening on this Amrapali magazine are always uploaded in our website. That's Amrapali magazine online. So please stay tuned to that, and do not forget to follow, like, subscribe, and share the Amrapali magazine Facebook page. Tonight, we have the very beautiful and talented Dr. Mandakranta Roy, who is a Bharatnatyam dancer and expert. Let me introduce to her. She's very, very dear to me. Welcome, Mandakranta. Welcome on
Thank
board.
you, thank you so much for
Thank
inviting me.
you. I'm
In
so
fact,
glad that you, that you accepted this
in
invitation. I'm so glad that you did so. Thank you so much.
oh, it's my privilege that I'm getting the chance to talk with you, and I'll be rather getting enriched from you after a long time.
Actually, when I thought that we should have this kind of a series and talk with artists, interact rather in a bit of informal way, because when you're informal, you talk a lot out of your heart. So that's the main purpose. We want artists from all over the globe to come here, talk about themselves, their hardships, their struggle, and what finally they laid up with. So when I thought that the entire team, we were just thinking of what next to do. Let's do something live, and then we thought that why not to have such a platform wherein we can have artists to talk about themselves, about their artistic work. The very first name, honestly, that came to my mind is you, Mandakranta. Let me tell you this
Thank you
very
so much.
honestly.
Thank you so much, Ba. I'm
and
really honored.
and I really thank everyone who is just coming online now. Thank you all so much. And this specifically, you might be the viewer specifically might be hearing the name Mon now, because I lovingly call Mandakranta as Mon. So in the whole conversation, maybe I'll be referring her with that name. So Mandakranta is, as for I know her from the past few years, and I have known her as a very dedicated and a very talented, hardworking Bharatanatyam dancer who has a good number of credentials that follows her. And now I think I let her know. I let her to take the screen now. Please, Mandakranta, introduce yourself.
Okay, Ba. Thank you so much. Uh, as you have already mentioned, I am Dr. Mandakranta Roy, a Bharatanatyam artist from Tripura, and I have been into this field since I was 3 years old child. I cannot say that I was into this field because a 3 years old child knows nothing about the world. So Bharatnatyam actually came up along side by side as I grew up. I just grew up embracing Bharatanatyam actually, apart from my academic life and everything. So I don't remember, but as I heard from my parents, this as they conveyed it to me, that I used to keep dancing whenever I listen to music or any sort of things that were happening around me when I was a kid. And it was my father who first of all thought of putting me into a dance school, seeing the fact that I start moving and doing all the patterns and everything whenever I hear music. So both my parents took me to my first guru, Srimati Hirade, the Kalatirtha Dance Institution, the renowned institution in Agartala, where I got introduced to the world of art. Actually, I would rather say not Bharatanatyam, but the world of art, the world of dance. From where I actually started taking the essence of Indian culture and art and everything. So simultaneously, since I belong from a higher education society family, my father is a retired principal now. He was a principal in Karnataka College, one of the reputed college in Tripura. He is a retired teacher professor now, connected principal. And my mother, she is also masters in Sanskrit, and she is also retired senior teacher now. So education was already there, a part and parcel of my life. So, and my father, he is an expert in taxonomy, botany. So it was his dream actually to see his child bringing up the way he wants, the same subject, to carry forward the legacy of the subject. And as he is a renowned taxonomist in Tripura, he too wanted his child that she also would, you know, do the same thing. And the grooming process went on accordingly. And my mother, she had cultural interest in had all this cultural interest, and she wanted that my child would not only be good in academics, but she also should have the roots, understanding of the roots of Indian culture and heritage,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all that things that uh, gradually grooms up into a total true human being.
Yeah.
they,
Yeah.
they just wanted to
Very
make
true.
me a yeah, they just wanted to make me first of all a genuine human being, where I grew up not with any shortcuts, not with any treacheries, but with
Mm-hmm.
pure dedication, hard work, and honesty. So
Mm-hmm.
this was my beginning. And at the same time, when I was in my dance school, my teacher, my guru, first guru, Srimati Hirade, she also grew me accordingly. It was a hard work in the school, and I started learning Bharatanatyam along with my education also. And gradually I passed my bachelor degree. I came first class first in Tripura. I was a gold
I
medalist
think
in Tripura.
Mandakranta have experienced some streaming problem. I have been until she comes back. I think she's coming back now. Yeah, there was some
Okay.
streaming problem, Mandakranta. Yeah, but we were
Oh,
hearing you. Yeah, yeah.
oh, I'm extremely
So please
sorry.
go on, go on, go on. No problem.
So yeah, so uh, then I completed my time passed on, and I completed my graduation. So I
Huh.
got my first class first in botany. I was
Okay.
gold medalist in Tripura, and I got chance
Okay.
yeah, in Calcutta University. So for my
Okay.
master's, Baliban Science College, from where I passed out. And
Okay.
when I went to Kolkata, I met my second guru, Dr. Srimati Thankuni Kutti, uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, from whom I got so much to learn more and more. I was more exposed to the world of art and culture now, more exposed to the artist. I used to wonder how Malvika Sen, she was a real idol
Mm-hmm.
for me at the time. I used
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
observe her each and every moment, and all the seniors in Kalamandalam. I started, absorbing as much as I could, apart from my botany, studies and
Yeah.
everything. And then after my masters, again I got the chance of working in
Mm-hmm.
building morphology of Tripura, that is my PhD work. and I
Okay.
again came back to Tripura and started pursuing my PhD. At the time, I also, one of my guru brother introduced me to my present guru. That is Padma Bhushan Sri Chandrasekhar Guruji.
Oh,
And
great.
yeah, and this is how everything went side by
Falls,
side, and I
falls,
started
fallen
growing.
into the perfect place, right? Maybe
Yeah.
because of your honesty towards the art form.
Yeah. See, Braba, I had to honestly speaking, while studying, while I was
Yeah,
into academics purely, I had to sacrifice a lot. I mean,
yeah.
sacrifice in the sense of worldly affairs, I mean, the materialistic worlds, like the
Hmm.
festivals, the programs, where
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could,
That is actually being a performer or a learner. That is
yeah,
actually very hard, because
yeah,
that is
but that
another way to groom yourself. Yeah.
absolutely. And now I realize that those sacrifices were actually fruitful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that gave me the, to have patience, to learn more, to understand the subjects, both the subjects,
Mm-hmm.
botany and
Yeah.
Bharatanatyam both. And I
Mm-hmm.
could absorb the most out of them. And
Yeah.
now since I have completed my both degree and I'm still pursuing the Bharatanatyam. So now I have enough time to work on stage or do programs, and all the programs and publicities have been never been important to me. But the most
Yeah.
important thing to me
Mm-hmm.
always had been learning. I
Yes.
just want to learn and learn and learn. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a never-ending process, and
Definitely.
we are never perfect.
Mm-hmm.
We can only
Thanks,
learn.
Mother. It's really a, like every artist have some kind of a journey, and it's really great to listen to you how it has been molded. How you have been actually in some ways you have been blessed. Getting all the good what you say guidance both from your parents and from all your gurus. It's a real blessing. And right now, I'd like to thank the admin of the Facebook group, the famous Facebook group, the World of Indian Classical Dance and Music, Mr. Punit Nagyaji, for sharing this stream. I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much. The World of Indian Classical Dance and Music has been a hub for all the classical Indian artists. So thank you for sharing this. So going ahead, Mandakranta, I would like to ask you, like you already mentioned that it's always been the learning process is more important for you rather than publicity, which is very true, because when you keep learning you will keep on performing, and if you are a good performer with the adequate knowledge, ultimately you will receive the publicity on the own. You don't have to run after that.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So, like, besides being into the two separate fields, you are into the academics also, you are into the cultural performing arts field also. So, what are your priorities in life, considering both to keep it at the good standing? How do you think that, because you said that in one point of time you had to sacrifice, for your studies, sacrifice in the sense that you have to stop yourself from appearing in concerts because that really takes a lot of rehearsing time and all, and I truly understand that, because in many of my friends and many of our students, we come to know that during their board time they almost take 2 years gap, and then somehow some come back and some doesn't. you know there are many good artists who didn't come back after their board exam.
Yeah,
Maybe the track almost changed and they thought that
yeah.
let's give time to
I
that
mean,
the
they gave
other
up the
thing.
patience actually.
They gave up. Yeah, that is the truth actually. So what is your mool mantra of keeping both the thing, two different fields on the same track, keeping it so nicely? What's your mool mantra?
But I have already told you about it. The moon mantra is the never-ending thirst of learning, because see, education is already there in my blood, because both my parents, as I told you, they are from
Hmm.
academic field, and my
Hmm.
gurus I have, to
Hmm.
whom I have been to, my first guru Srimati Hirabe, my second guru
Hmm.
Srimati Thangamani Kutti, and my
Hmm.
present guru Padma Bhushan Professor C. V. Chandrasekhar.
Hmm.
All these people, they have a huge influence in my grooming, in my life, in my in my visions, in every aspect of my life. Their role has there is a huge influence on me. So from everybody, I learned one thing, that first and foremost, be a good human being, a genuine human being. So most of us, we forget what we want to be, what we are.
mm, mm,
We become so much engrossed in becoming something that
mm,
we forget our self realization. So
mm,
the moment we realize, we understand what we are and what is the
mm,
purpose of the life is. I'm going a bit philosophical, might be, but again, being an artist, we
mm.
need to be philosophical, because artists should always be awakened from here, I
Mm.
mean, the heart, from the
Yeah.
mind.
So,
So
like you
it is
said,
only,
mm,
yeah, the only it is possible only through knowledge. The knowledge
mm,
can only make us enlightened,
mm,
awakened, conscious of being transformed rather than being becoming. So I believe
yeah,
in transformation rather than to become something, because I feel
mm,
becoming is an artificial thing, but
mm,
transformation is the total molding of your soul into something. So
yeah.
you get transformed
Mm.
to an artist.
Very true. So, like, whom do you consider as your best mate, as your best friend, or as your best mate? Who really supports you in your life and in all your artistic endeavors, because you are known as
Undoubtedly.
as an artist. I'm talking to you because you're a Bharatanatyam dancer, and sometimes it's hard for many people, keeping a track along with academics, or keeping a track along with a ongoing job, or keeping a track with their social, personal, family life. Sometimes it gets very hard. But whom do you say is your best friend who have supported you till so far?
Undoubtedly, it is my mother. Because without her, I wouldn't have been what I am today. Because I would
Hmm.
have been rather only a botanist than yeah. Because my father actually, since he was into this subjects, and he was afraid of, like I was so
That you will
passionate for
stop
my
studying?
dance.
He was
Yeah,
afraid that you stop
he
studying?
yeah, he was scared of all these things. And whenever I came from some concerts or any performances, after coming back, I used to get engrossed in those performances, thinking
Mm,
about what I did, how what I shouldn't do, what the mistakes, where I need perfections,
mm,
where my concentrations went away. So all these things
mm.
used to remain in my mind for 2 to 3 days. I used to remain engrossed in the thoughts, and there was the problem,
Uh,
my father faced.
and with
And
me, what happens, like I don't want to put away my makeup. Okay, I'll change my
yeah,
costume, but I want to stay with my makeup
yeah,
for a long time.
yeah. Means the moment now we understand, as our education matured, our intelligence also matured.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
understand that we actually get transformed from the mundane to the esoteric. So
yeah.
in childhood, we didn't understand that concept. So maybe in the subconscious mind, we didn't want to
Mm,
come back to the mundane state. We didn't want to be the same common man once again. We
yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
be in that state, that
In that
spiritual
character,
state,
in that mood,
in
in that
that
phase.
character.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So this is now we understand this fact, but that time it was subconsciously the artist. See, all human beings in the world are artists. The
Mm,
wisdom, the innate wisdom, or the prajna that we say, is already there in
mm,
us. So only
yes.
thing is, we are not awakened or aware about it. Knowledge makes it aware of. So
Mm,
where a
mm,
child doesn't have the awareness of that prajna, innate prajna, that is already there in him or her, in every human
yeah.
being. So that
Mm-hmm.
subconscious prajna somewhere pokes you, to stay in that mode, not to come out of it. So maybe that, yeah, that factor would have might have worked in me, like not coming out of it, to stay in that state of stage, that in that illusion where I was. And that made my father scared of the fact that my child may get diverted, and her education may get hampered. And by
Yeah.
force he wanted to stop, actually, when I was in my 10th class, till my 12th, he tried best his best way to use to
Like
stop my
until your board examinations, like until your
yeah.
10th, what were your major achievements as a performing artist? Like, did you win some awards at a national, state level, or scholarships from something? Did you made some remarkable marks until your 10th board? Because
No,
you okay,
no,
and
the
that time
fact
and
is
that
that
time you were in Agartala.
yeah, I was in Agartala till up to
Yes,
my bachelor degree,
you
and
said that.
I am very unfortunate about it that my teacher, my mother, they wanted me to give the scholarship exams and everything, but
Mm-hmm.
but since my home atmosphere was my father was so much against about it, and he wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
allow me to go to dance school. So
Okay.
all these factors, I couldn't attempt my scholarship exam despite of being so much interested in it. But nevertheless, I didn't give up. I say that
Mm-hmm.
I will one day. So
Mm-hmm.
my father will definitely be proud of me. I'll show him that I can do it. Maybe that that what to say. Uh, that that the in Bengali we say that factor actually might have worked in me uh,
Huh.
to to what to say
Boosting your
yeah
dream.
boosting me up to go parallelly with the subjects and like
Yes,
okay he
that
won't
that you
allow
want to
me
prove
to
yourself. You want to
yeah
prove
yeah
yourself.
yeah I wanted to
Along
prove
with
you to
academics, you
my
want to keep
father.
this together. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the first prize I got, the award I got was in my college days when I went against my father for the first time and I said, no, I will do it. You cannot
Uh-huh.
stop me now. I will do it. So I went for the first time. I went against him, and I still remember I was in third year. The final exam. It was human
Graduation.
physiology graduation. Yeah, no, plant physiology exam. Graduation final
Okay.
exam. So
Okay.
both the exams, the Sangeet Ratna seventh year exam from Bongyo
Mm-hmm.
Sangeet Porishad and this plant physiology exam of
Mm-hmm.
college were on the same day.
Uh-huh.
Were on the same day.
Okay.
So it was
Oh my
the
God.
yeah. So my father didn't know that I'll be giving
No,
two
you see,
exams.
I was just thinking like you anyway you had to fight so much, and now the thing that you wanted to do also falls on the same day of
Yeah.
your test. Okay, then.
Then the very first morning, that morning was horrible for me. I was simultaneously reading both the subjects, Bharatnatyam and botany,
Mm-hmm.
and I finally dressed up myself, groomed up properly into my dance
Mm-hmm.
attire because I would just have no time after giving
Mm-hmm.
my exam, my college exam. So it was at
Okay.
5 o'clock. I have to attend my dance exam. So the
Okay.
college exam it would end at 4 o'clock. So I had no other way to get than to get dressed up into proper attire, and my father was like blasting out of anger, and he was fearful, and he said,
Mm-hmm.
"You won't, you let go everything, and you do nothing, and my name and fame." What he was shouting onto me.
What now? Tell me what he say now. Is he very happy and proud of you?
Yeah, he doesn't, and now he understands that
Mm-hmm.
his daughter can. He trusts from his daughter now.
Because
So,
this is something that has come from your heart. It's like your
yeah,
passion, your love,
yeah.
and it's very
So,
hard to
and
stop.
yeah, and I still remember that after that exam, when I went to the exam hall, my teacher said, "Today also, are you going to dance?" And I said, "Yes, I have no other way." And after the results came out, I stood first class second in Bhagawati Parishad. I was a
Mm-hmm.
silver medalist in Mandakranta exam and
Mm-hmm.
the gold medalist in botany. And I held those two medals in my hand, and
Whoa.
then I my father
Okay.
but
Okay.
I got
Okay. Okay.
and
Really good. Really good.
after,
Congratulations. Mm.
and after that he never stopped me. He never stopped me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, like, we know that being an artist, um, pandemic has been very hard for us. Be it teaching to your students or like performing. or even collaborating or touring to a nearby destination, performing destination, or maybe to abroad, it has really hampered the artist a lot. In fact, hampered everybody. But as an artist, as we have to keep touring, we have to keep showing ourselves and um, uh, presenting our artistic skills on that particular spot. So in that way we have been losing concerts, and many of us have been losing the earning source also in that way, because institutions and all has been still now closed for the safety purpose. So in that, even it's still running on in this phase of pandemic. So what experience you had?
See, if I look around, there are so many things that makes us, gives us depression out of it. Depression, anxiety, fear, and uncertainty. So many people are starving for food, bread, butter, and so many people are thriving for life. So many deaths all around. So if we keep on counting these negative aspects, uh, only depression will মানে, go stronger and stronger, and we
Very
will
true.
find no way out of it.
Yes,
So the
yes.
only thing from this is, again the learning process that will lift
Mm-hmm.
us up from this darkness and this stagnant place, and give us positivity, the positive thinking, the positive attitude, the spiritual upliftments, the self realizations, the dedication towards our art. We keep on practicing, we keep on learning, not to give up the cravings, and to absorb as much as possible. I think that would be helpful for everyone,
And in this
to
phase,
pursue
actually,
that
the
persevere.
pandemic have also taught us, because many of us might be doing the things online, even the classes or whatever. But
Yeah,
right at now, we have understood that how online and virtual things are have become so important.
definitely.
You have just crossed boundaries, crossed
Absolutely,
from this country to that country. Anybody can even watch
absolutely.
us, listening to us,
See,
learn what
I
we have been
got,
saying.
I came in after so many years. I am talking to you, and that is virtually. And
Yes.
yeah, definitely, every bad side has a good side
Good
also,
side. Yes,
And
yes.
like Vivekananda said, or like every I mean, philosophy says that
Hmm.
there
Hmm.
is a brightness behind every darkness. The brightness
Yeah.
is awaiting behind every
Yeah.
darkness. So
Hmm.
why to give up? Don't give up. Don't give up. Have
And the
patience.
most best thing is that, like, apart from online classes, even people are keen to purchase tickets to watch shows
Absolutely,
online. That is a very
absolutely.
good sign that's
That is
happening.
a very good sign,
That's a
and
very good sign. Yeah.
yeah, that is a very
Because
good
many
sign.
of our because I have been knowing many of the theater groups who had few plans, later this summer. But as this thing happened, so what they took the entire thing virtual. So they have got the tickets online, and from where now the whole world can actually buy their ticket and watch them online. So now they are getting a bigger stage, in fact.
Yeah, so one line we can say all about it. It is where there is a will, there is a way. So if I
Definitely, yeah.
have the will, I can definitely find a way or the other out. So
Hmm.
nobody can stop us or me or anyone if I really wish to do that thing.
Yeah,
So
and the major twist is that, because now it is pandemic, people are going virtual. It's happened.
absolutely,
But even after the
absolutely,
pandemic, also things are going to go virtual, because we are going to reach out more. People sitting in
absolutely,
US, UK would love to watch, and they will definitely support the online events. So that's a good
absolutely.
twist happening. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if we accept the fact that the Darwin's, theory of survival of the fittest, and
Mm-hmm.
the struggle for life or
Mm-hmm.
existence, so these are parts and parcel of life. So if we understand the science behind all those things, then we
Mm-hmm.
can definitely overcome this depression phase, and we would rather fight back and try overcoming it. So definitely a solution will be there. All we need is patience, patience and patience, because patience
Okay,
will be
there.
first.
I think. Yeah. Um. Are you connected properly? There's some problem in the
Can you
streaming
hear?
from your end.
Can you
Can you
hear me?
hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me. Okay. There at times some little bit of distraction happens in the streaming. So like it's good that everybody is coming online. Everybody have known how to digitization to do the digitization of their artwork. Either be it online classes, and I think you will be noticing how much online platform have come up in support of artists. Be it on the performance side, be it on the online classes side, there have been a several of platforms coming up now.
Everywhere, because nowadays whenever I open the Facebook, there's always a concert going on. So
Yeah.
and so many concerts are going on simultaneously. I don't understand which one to visit and which
No,
one to
no, no,
not.
no. You should keep a track now. Keep a track where you want to go.
so
And the best thing
so
is that there have been so many online platforms where teachers can come and they can teach. So that
yeah,
is a very, very, very
yeah.
good thing. Like
I personally recently I had joined a workshop of Narendran sir, and I got to learn so many things from him. And still
very
I'm
nice,
attending classes, and
very
my
great,
students also they are doing the classes online. So
very nice.
I don't
Yeah.
have any problem in continuing what we were doing.
Okay. So like, what do you think an artist's social responsibilities could be? Because we are so much attached to our viewers or spectators or audiences, because our work are always it's just for them actually. So when the society is watching us, what do you think an artist's responsibility, social responsibility could be or should be?
This is a big question, and the answer is a big one because we need to look back into our Indian heritage, culture, history, and everything. Because if we look back and see, we will get to know that what are the contribution of artists there. The history of the glorious history of India today stands because of the contribution of those artists and the architectures, the sculptures, the magnificent paintings, music, dance, everything. These are nothing but the creation of the artists. So here lies the contribution of the artists. So artists are always special. Maybe they are not born special, but the realization of the fact that there is a creativity inside every human being that awakens sense makes you special, and it takes you from a being to the mundane, from the mundane to the recipient, and the creation comes out from you. And
So I'd just like to know, like, is there any big news coming up in regard to your dancing, in regard to your teaching, in regard to curating, because you have got your own organization, Sambodhi.
yeah.
Would you like to talk about that? Its mission, how you have, formed it?
Yeah, Sambodhi has got lots of dream actually. It's not a mere dance institution, rather an organization
Hmm.
where all sorts of art and culture, of Indian arts and culture, not only Indian arts and culture, if I get the chance of working the cultures or studying or
Hmm.
knowing the arts and cultures of abroad, that also I would love to do, to work on those fields, be it art, be it dance, be it music, be it on the sculptures or temple arts, be it the architectures, be it Indian history, be it whatever, through various
Hmm.
seminars, lectures,
Hmm.
workshops, orientation
Hmm.
programs. So these are my dreams, and contributing to the society, constantly giving, as much as possible I can, from my best capability, to contribute to my society, my community around, to whatever I know,
Hmm.
whatever I have learned. So
Hmm.
that is the ultimate motto of Sambodhi Foundation of Arts and Culture. And
Hmm.
the programs we organized, Sambodhi is just 3 years old.
Hmm.
It has come 3 years old last month, and we worked before the organization took birth actually also. So
Okay.
we used to conduct a festival called Mukul Dance Festival, that is
Okay.
precisely for children.
Okay.
First of all,
Okay.
children, up to 16 years old children,
Okay.
because elders we get platforms, we work in so many fields, but to give the essence of Indian culture and art in the children's right from their childhood
Mm-hmm.
itself. So
You have to
this need
imbibe from that particular age. Yes.
and this sort of festivals purely dedicated to children may inspire
Mm-hmm.
them to learn and to get the proper essence of art and culture. So many this uh, 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 programs are going on here and there. I don't say they are wrong. I don't say they are
Mm-hmm.
these TV programs and everything. I don't say
Mm-hmm.
that these are wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
I would, uh, I would, I would have been
Might
happier.
divert them. So, like
Yeah,
tracking
yeah,
them.
I would have been rather happier if they worked purely in Indian cultures. So
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
diverse dance forms, the Western dance forms they are working upon,
Mm-hmm.
but the Eastern classical forms are not being
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and most of them performing with the Bollywood songs and doing
Mm-hmm.
also the somehow the children gets a wrong message about it.
Mm-hmm.
So every art form has got a history behind it. The Indian
Definitely.
classical dance forms, we need to know that
Mm-hmm.
these are not entertainment at all. The Indian classical
Mm-hmm.
dance are part of the rituals of our Hindu culture. So
Mm-hmm.
these we know that Gitam Vadyam Tata Nrityam Prayam Sangeetam Uchyate. So Sangeetam, the word Sangeetam is a compilation of Gitam, Vadyam, and Nrityam, and this is the purest way of worshipping the god. So it is not
Mm-hmm.
an entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So the imperfect usage of Aharyam. Again, this Anglikam Bhuvanam Yasyam,
Mm-hmm.
this what we say. So, from this shloka, we understand that Angi, Vachik, Satvik, and Aharyam, these are a very much essential part of dance. So, we cannot just use things without knowing the value or the the morality behind it. Just
Mm-hmm.
usage of any costume or anything, what I see now commonly people uses or the music without understanding, just they do it because dance is something not only physical movements. This is not bound only up to this, the mere
It's
evidence
yeah,
of
it's more of like connected to
yeah,
philosophy, It's more
yeah,
connected to
dance is
philosophical
beyond.
aspects.
Yeah. So dance is
Mm-hmm.
beyond the physical movements, and we need to understand that beyond. So why we
Mm-hmm.
dance? What is the need of dance? From where dance came? Every dance form,
Mm-hmm.
not only Indian classical dance form, every dance form, the
Mm-hmm.
folk, the traditional dance, everything has a history behind it that we need to make sure that because from that art the culture is directly related, and to that culture the civilization is also related, and we know that culture and civilization they nurtures each other.
Mm-hmm.
So without knowing these facts, just mere usage of the steps along with the wrong music or the wrong costume might hamper the aesthetics of that dance form. That is what I mean to say. So we should be aware of keeping the aesthetics of dance form in fact. Let it be
Mm-hmm.
as it is. So let it be as it is. If we keep on hampering the things, you know,
You
the
just,
original.
you just answered my last question, because my last question was that what is your advice for the upcoming challenge? And you just said it so nicely that you actually wanted them to know what their culture and tradition is, and
Absolutely.
having the pure knowledge. That after that you can do some kind of collaborative work or fusion. That's a different concept with having the pure knowledge, and you when you have a pure knowledge, you generally don't do some kind of an absurd things when you have the pure knowledge.
Absolutely.
So to have the pure knowledge is more important, and then it's up to you how you want to decide to present your performance and your knowledge, artistic knowledge.
Absolutely, absolutely. And most of today's children, they are so impatient about the learning process. They come to the teacher
That
and
is,
says,
yeah.
teacher, how much,
Mm-hmm.
even not and not only the children, I won't blame the children but rather their parents, because they come and ask
Mm-hmm.
how much time they would need to,
Yeah, yeah,
to learn
yes,
the
yes,
form, when will they perform on the stage. So they have a
yeah.
misconception that
I think this is faced by all the teachers across the
yeah.
globe, I think.
So
Because you know what I always say, art is not like, okay, it can be measurable, it can be like theories can be there, theorems like in maths can be there, but sometimes what happens, 2 minus 2 is equal to 0, but being an artist you might be thinking, no, 0 doesn't look good with 2, you just put 6 or put something 9. You know,
absolutely.
artistically you tend to
That is the
have your own
grace.
kind of a
That
world.
is the power of creation. So you
Yeah.
cannot give logic to it, the way it is. You can
Uh-huh.
change the thing.
And
And
the way that you will be presenting 2 minus 2 is equal to 6 or 9 might look good also. It might,
absolutely, and
usually it might look good.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, what I would rather suggest to the upcoming generation is that please have some patience. Please be dedicated.
Very, very
Please
important.
don't, yeah.
Patience, to
Please
have patience is very
patience, yeah.
important.
And please don't run after, don't run after
Shortcuts.
cravings.
No, no
Yeah, don't
shortcuts.
don't don't
Yes,
crave. Buddha said, don't run after cravings, because cravings are the main roots of dukkha or suffering in this world. So the moment you leave cravings and you surrender your life to knowledge and art, the art will one day embrace you, and that is the real attainment that you'll be getting in
it's
life.
very
So,
beautiful. Very beautiful.
so
Yeah.
embrace art and it will embrace you.
So, to all the viewers who have been with us throughout, we will be sharing some beautiful photos and videos of Mandakranta in our report when we'll be uploading it in our website, amrapalimagazine.online. So, it will be uploaded in some like in an hour or so. So, please stay tuned to it, and the link will definitely be shared over here. And so that you can keep a track of her beautiful performances and the pictures as well. So the link will be shared here. So do not forget to like, follow, and share the Amrapali.magazine Facebook page. Please do that. And coming to the end of tonight's talk show, I'd like to thank Mandakranta for coming over here and speaking to us, sharing all her knowledge, all her love for dancing. Thank you, Mandakranta, to enlighten us with all your love for dancing. It was an immense pleasure to have you with us.
Brother, I am enlightened, Ba. I am enlightened, and I'm really privileged that I got the chance to, share some moments with you, a personality and artist like you. And I just never, can't give up talking to you. It's so much to learn from you, so much to learn from you.
You've
Thank
been
you for
very
everything.
kind. Thank you
No,
so
Ba,
much.
it's,
Thank you, Mom. Here I come to the end of tonight's episode, Friday at 9 with Pranaame Bhagawati. Next Friday, I'll be here with another wonderful artist who will be sharing his or hers. We will be letting you know very soon artistic skills and do follow us. Please do not forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. All the links will be shared as and when we will upload the link of tonight's interview. So comment about it, share our page, please like the concept Friday at 9. And if anyone would like to be on the show sharing his or hers, journey, artistic journey, are most welcome to write to us. The website link is already scrolling down. You can have a look at that. You can just go to this contact page and write to us. And meeting you all next Friday. I take your leave. Thank you so much and a very good night. Thank you so much.